over the next 3 weeks, on a Saturday morning, I'm gonna come and we're just gonna chat for about a half an hour to try to see if we can't remember and recall some of the important highlights for you. And we're gonna record them. So I just want you to know that she's hit the record button, so everything that we talk about will be recorded.
Okay.
Okay? Right now, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Can you see him, Shawnee? Okay, I don't know if she's there or not. But anyway.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, no, you don't have to be there. I just was wanting to make sure that for recording purposes, you can see Daddy in the frame.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Okay, all right. Thank you. If you have to run, do what you need to do.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set the clock now for, I think I've already set it for 11:30. So we can stay on time here.
Okay.
I got an alarm set for 11:25, and then that'll give us 5 minutes to kind of close out at the end. Okay, Dad, you ready? Okay. All right, so just for some background and just to get started, tell me, do you remember, tell me what your parents' names were and their nicknames and stuff.
Well, Grandpa was Rufus Pettifoot.
No, yes, your grandpa was, but your daddy was Rufus Arthur,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was his nickname?
Judith.
Junin?
Yeah.
Okay,
And it was big hand.
big hands?
Big hand.
He had big hands?
Yeah.
There's a picture of him in a suit and he's got his hands outside his, like on his hips. And
Yeah, enormous.
and my son Kari saw the picture. I said, Kari, this is your great granddaddy. And first thing he said was, wow, he's got big hands. So,
That's the nickname. They call it.
that's what they
Big
call
hands.
big hands. Okay. All right. And do you know much about where he was born, or, did he ever talk about his childhood or where he was from? Because
Barbados.
no, there's some West Virginia stuff too. I'm not sure. No, what did he say about Barbados?
They cover Barbados. That's all. Nothing else.
Okay. Okay. What about any other characteristics about him other than he had big hands? What kind of
See?
person was he? Was he funny? Was he silly? Was
He
he?
was smart man I've known in my life.
He was what?
Smart.
Smart?
Yeah. He was a bricklayer,
Yeah.
plasterer,
Mm-hmm.
cement manager,
Yeah.
carpenter,
Yeah.
any tools. He worked with all of the tools.
What did he do most? I mean, when you were a kid, before he had his construction business,
Automobile mechanic.
he was a mechanic. Wow, he did do anything and everything. Right. So, do you remember when he started his business, his contracting, when he was working with all those other guys? When he had like a construction business of his own, or was he like a subcontractor for a bigger company? What was, because I know you and Uncle Ernest, everybody was laying bricks. So,
Yeah.
so how did that come about? Do you know?
Yeah, well, his father taught him labor.
His father taught you. You can pull that down. You've been vaccinated, and so have I. So it's okay.
His his father taught him to labor. And my father taught me to labor. Each of our fathers taught us how to labor.
So Rufus Pettiford could lay brick too?
Yeah,
Your granddaddy could lay brick?
yeah. That's where it all started from.
Okay, so Pettiford laid brick and he taught Rufus or Junie, okay? And then Rufus taught the boys.
Right?
Okay, so did he, I remember when I was little, on Friday night, I guess it was Friday night, in the dining room, there was a round table, something like this.
Okay.
And he would have the guys come in to get their paychecks. He would pay them Fridays after work, and they would come to the house to get the money.
Okay.
And so I know that he had oftentimes 8, 10, 12, 15 people working for him.
Okay.
So when did he stop being like a mechanic and then start to have his own business? Do you? I mean, if he was good at being a mechanic, how did he, or why did he decide to start doing contract work? Do you know?
Well, because he was known in the community to labor and everything. People would come to him for that.
Okay.
He didn't ever look for his work. He was always busy.
Mhm.
Somebody was always wanting to do something.
I see. So he was good at what he did.
Oh, yeah.
Did he do work for people in the community, or did he always work for like people in town or contractors?
Not anybody.
Okay.
W. Summers, the company we worked for in Chugatuck.
What was it?
Chugatuck.
Chuckatuck.
Chugatuck, little town. W. Summers was a grocery store. And we built that thing.
He had a grocery store
W. Summers had a grocery store and a lumber yard.
and a lumber yard. Okay, and so when he wasn't working and he was at home, was there anything particular that, was he just always so busy, or did he spend time doing stuff like, I mean, did you all like, I don't know, play in the yard or plant flowers or chop down trees or build work on the
No.
house? What?
All they did was always doing building something and put an addition onto the house.
Oh, you put the addition onto the house.
Yeah.
Okay, did you help do that, or did he?
Well, I was too small.
You were little, yeah.
But he put in a sink.
Mm-hmm. Wash basin in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I remember the bathroom was off the kitchen, and I remember when they were working, you had a pump in the yard.
Yeah, pump was, yeah, we encased the pump. Eventually, the pump was in the house. We built it.
Right, you build the, oh, I see, you surrounded the pump
Yeah.
to be included inside the house.
Yeah.
And I remember the bathroom,
Okay.
because there was a sink in there. Uncle Roy broke the sink.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Put his foot in the sink
And busted.
and broke the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he put the addition on the house, and the house backed right up to like a wooded lot, or there was a stream behind the house. Then above it was like a railroad station.
Back.
Yeah.
No, it's railroad.
Right. Did you live there in that house on Mahan Street a
Yeah.
long time, or did you?
Along.
Okay. Do you know, were you too little to remember where you were before that?
Oh, yeah, we lived on Norbert Road across from the fairground.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. old fairground, right where that fairground used to be.
What is the fairgrounds? Is that where they used to have like,
Fair,
okay, fairs in the summer or
it was seasonal,
seasonal?
seasonal, every winter. Every winter they have a fair.
Okay,
The fair would come to this place,
yes, the fair would come to town
yeah, every year, we put it in the same spot
every
year.
year.
Yeah.
And so that the ground was right there just for the fair to come, but when the fair wasn't there, it was just big open space? Oh,
And we use it for baseball field,
okay, okay. So you played baseball there,
yeah.
and there was, wasn't that somewhere close to Planters?
Well, no,
It's not close to there, I'm just,
but that was the factor in some that we used to attend. It was, we would go there. I was just want to work at.
yeah, you didn't work there, but.
I go to pick peanuts on the ground. So,
Uh,
but I was just want.
Okay, so in terms of granddaddy, so what did you guys do the most? I know you went to church on Sundays with, did everybody go or just half the family, or did granddaddy go, or did he sing in the choir or no? Because
Yeah,
that,
I was the lead bass in the choir.
he was the lead bass singer,
Yeah,
okay, and so did you always go to Macedonia or was there another church?
that was another just for another part of it. Pine Street, what was that?
Pine Street,
Pine Street,
Pine Street Baptist?
that's okay.
Pine Street Baptist, but
This one was on Time Street,
on Pine Street,
Time,
Time Street,
Time,
Time Street, but
Time.
Time Street, Time Street Baptist
Yeah,
Church.
that was paragraph.
Okay, okay, so you went there before you moved to Mahan Street,
Yeah,
right? So Time Street was the first one, and then Pine Street was, Pine Street was the name of Macedonia was always, Pine Street.
Time Street, and that was Time Street. They all of them.
I know, they all sound alike. But Macedonia was on Pine Street,
Time Street.
and Time Street Baptist was down by the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we're in now, there were two places called Fairground. One place where the Horseshoe Cafe was.
yeah. Horseshoe Cafe,
But that was a little city of downtown.
a little city,
Yeah.
a little city inside the city.
Inside.
It-
Just like Lane's department store or something. And they had we had a little pool room and everything else. And
I remember where it was. It was off Washington Street. It
that's right, right,
was on, and because Mary used to work at the drugstore,
right. And yeah,
and the pool hall
was very.
was close, and the
Yeah.
movie theater,
All of it.
all of it was like in the same couple of blocks right
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
where Black people could go.
yeah.
Right, because it was still doing segregation,
Oh,
right?
yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, so the Horseshoe Cafe was part of that little enclave of businesses where Black people would go to relax, to have a soda,
Oh, okay.
and it was kind of close to the fairgrounds, because the fairgrounds were on the other side.
Fairground, these fairgrounds were down further, now down further down Long Road.
Right,
And the guy ran the grocery store ran across with Joe Ely.
Joe Ely, I remember that name.
Joe Ely was the owner of the grocery store, right across the street from the fairground.
Now, that name rings a bell, but it may not be connected, because didn't Aunt Ray have a husband or a boyfriend whose name was Ely?
Yeah, that was.
But that was in the
That
same,
wasn't.
wasn't, okay, different family. Okay, so when you guys were growing up, Daddy, it was part of the Depression.
It was right in the middle of it.
It was in the middle of the
Herbert Hoover was president.
Okay, and so things must have been really tough.
Rent was $3 a week. And we were behind with that.
Wow,
Sugar was 3 cents a pound.
sugar was 3 cents a pound. I remember going to the store, Mr. Daly's store on the corner down the, not Mr. Daly. But anyway, a loaf of bread was 25 cents,
A whole lot less than that.
or maybe 10 cents, 16 cents.
16.
Wow. So during the Depression, did you guys, I mean, I'm sure everybody was kind of struggling a little bit. It was hard, not many jobs, right? But was Granddaddy able to, you know, get construction work then, or?
We were big shots.
You were big shots
A
because you had
little bit of money.
a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did you have a car during the Depression or not?
Oh, yeah.
You had a car?
You probably a locomotive.
A what?
Locomotive.
A local mobile.
Locomotive.
What is,
It was an old, it was a red bill thing. The bigger than a Cadillac.
oh, that's the name of the car.
Locomotive.
Local
Yeah,
mobile.
we had one car. Locomotive was one, the Essex was one. And even Ernest had one. Ernest moved up to, what was it? I forgot the name of the one. He had, we nicknamed it the Lizard.
The lizard.
Yeah.
So during the Depression, you guys had, was it difficult to find, you know, food to eat, or what, you know, were your neighbors having difficulty too, or?
Oh, we were able to eat pretty good, and we had a credit card at GP Scott, there was a little grocery store on the corner. GP Scott,
You had a credit card way back then?
oh yeah. But it wasn't great, so the piece of paper, we go to, but my mom would write a note,
Uh-huh,
and she had to.
and sign it.
Sign it,
I see,
and I take the note to the store, and I get it there I want,
I
and
see,
bring it back home.
I see, I
Yeah.
see. Well, that worked.
Yeah.
So the Depression lasted,
From 32 to, well, it was going on I think I was born, when I was born, was,
yeah, it started right after you were born. I mean,
Yeah.
so it was like, I don't have my notes in front of me, but it was like 1924,
yeah,
like 24, and it lasted,
right all through to, I don't know, to 10, 28, something like that.
wow.
Yeah,
So, and then,
we was there, by the time I was going to high school.
yeah, you're in high school.
Yeah.
So, most of the kids, by then, when you were in high school, all your brothers and sisters were, I mean, you all were growing up then. I mean, they were,
Yeah,
you were growing up then. But did so you went to Booker T, right?
yeah. And the name of the elementary school was Andrew J. Brown.
Andrew J. Brown.
Yeah,
I went there for one year
yeah.
before I moved to Syracuse, so I remember that.
Oh, yeah, they're from after the sixth grade, seventh grade, I was into high school.
Yeah.
So then from there to college, where I attended West Virginia State College for a couple of weeks.
You went to, what was the name of the school?
West Virginia State.
Oh, West Virginia State?
Yeah,
Why didn't you stay?
I had to come and have my whole home with the family.
Okay.
We were poor as dirt.
Yeah, yeah.
There was no money around. By the time I got to high school, working disappeared.
Work was gone, right?
Yeah. And I came on, I was working in somewhere in North Carolina. We wrote the sugar plant.
You left home and went to North Carolina after high school
Yeah.
to work
Yeah, a sugar plant.
at a sugar plant in North Carolina.
Yeah.
A sugar plant. Did you go by yourself? How'd you get there?
Curtis and I.
Okay. Okay, you and Uncle Ernest went to, you remember where in North Carolina? You know, Gardner or no? Well, it may come to you.
Yeah, it'll come.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you about high school and everything a little later. Right now, can we spend a couple minutes talking about your mama?
All right.
So it was, we don't have a lot of time, but it was, her name was Viola Jeanette. Is that right?
Right.
Jeanette. And she
Her mother name was Nora.
Nora Hawkins
Yeah.
was her mother. And grandma and granddaddy, they let Grandma Hawkins live there too with them on
Right.
Mahan Street, right? So, but on Mahan Street, was she widowed? Well,
Yeah.
Grandma's father's name, I think, was George.
George Hall.
Yeah, what happened to George? Do you know?
You know, he died.
And was it
Regular.
what?
Regular.
A regular death?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't like hurt or
No.
no. Okay, and so I remember Grandma Hawkins. She was older when I met her, but she was a pretty lady. At least I remember she had pretty skin, and she had a room right off the kitchen.
Yeah. She lived under the steps.
Under the steps, right. And she, how long did, how old was Mrs. Hawkins when she came to stay with you? You know, did her husband just died young? Was she there a long time or just a few years?
7, 8 years.
Okay. And so what was grandma like?
Beautiful. Yeah, she was beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I remember, well, most of the pictures I saw of her, she was older, but I remember people talking about when she was young, how beautiful she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had a whole lot of y'all to feed, whole lot of kids.
Oh, yeah. That's a little kind of love the. She's going to take a pound of white peas
Yeah.
and cook it on a large stand.
Hmm.
And we eat beans for a month. But that's how we do it though.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
And
And grandma can make hot rolls out of the garden.
hot rolls.
Yeah. And everybody in the neighborhood roll.
Yeah. And she did she like sing in the choir too?
Well, my mother,
Uh-huh. No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in my choir, everybody always sang.
Okay. And so what was she like? Did she like hum around the house? Did she, go for walks, or did she just cook or play in her garden? What do you remember most about her?
She like she had a garden right next door to the lot right next door to the house is where she had her little garden.
Uh-huh.
It was always, she had some always growing. Corn in the, on the left hand side of the house, and a garden on the right hand.
I remember she had some big sunflowers back there
Oh, yeah.
with this
And grew corn in the driveway.
corn in the driveway
Corn in the driveway.
next to the house, right?
Right.
I remember
Okay.
that and you know what else I remember, Daddy? She would have those 4 o'clock flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, as a kid, I was like, every day at 4 o'clock, I'd be out there trying to wait to see if the flowers would open up or close, because that's what they were called, 4 o'clock. So I was like, okay, it's 4 o'clock. Flowers are supposed to go to sleep now. I remember doing that. So yeah, she would have her garden. And you know what else I remember? She would wash clothes. She had a washing machine, but she had
Yeah.
that tin tub there that
Right.
always in the kitchen on the floor.
That's right. And she would pour the water on the yard to make the ground hard.
To make the ground hard.
That's right.
Why would she want the ground to be hard?
So it would be muddy if you walk in the house.
Oh, so it wouldn't be muddy.
That's right. It would be, and it would be hard.
Hard as concrete, huh? Wow, I didn't know that soapy water made dirt hard.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And did she have like, I know she had, she was always cooking, she would have potatoes almost at every meal, almost every day, it seemed like to me, because she was always peeling potatoes.
Well, we used to pick up potatoes off the platform right behind the house. That was definitely the great potatoes right now, on the railroad track.
They would do what with the potatoes? Grate them?
Rake them.
Oh, rake them, rake them.
Rake.
So they stored potatoes in that depot? Or why were the potatoes there? Oh, the shipping, they shipped from there,
Yeah.
okay. So you could get potatoes that are just laying on the ground?
That's right. And the guys would cut bags and take over. So it was what, so we could get.
Oh, I see. That was especially good during the Depression, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it was important to be able to have that, to have those potatoes. But I remember peeling potatoes with her one day. She gave me a knife and told me to peel a potato, and then she took it back. She's like, girl, you just wasted my potato. Look at that. Because she could peel that potato thin. I was like, she barely could get the skin off the potato. And I'm cutting big hunks, and she's like, no, that's not the way you peel a potato. No. And I remember that she would wash dishes and always in the kitchen cooking or doing something.
Oh, yeah.
But we also took baths in the, in those tin tubs, yeah,
right.
yeah. So what else do you remember about her? Was she wasn't very tall, was she?
No,
No.
well, she was average, I guess.
Uh-huh,
She wasn't short either.
No.
But she took a little weight for like a year.
uh-huh,
I guess she was like knocked out all the others. 175.
Yeah.
175.
yeah, yeah. So did did she get a chance ever to kind of get out of the house? Did she have friends that came over or sisters or what, you remember?
Yeah, I
Her,
had the one sister, Ethel, Aunt Ethel,
okay, but Aunt Ethel was the one,
lived in, she worked on the baby.
yeah, McKee Sport. I
Yeah.
remember she would come to visit and we would go to visit her sometimes.
And my father's sister would come from Norfolk.
Well, and your father's sister, which one? He had more than one.
Yeah. What was it, Mary?
Mary.
Yeah.
So do you remember, granddad used to always, when he was sick, he used to always say Delia. Remember, he was like, come here, Delia. That was,
Yeah.
so he had another sister that was Odelia too. But
Her name was Julia.
Delia,
Yeah.
but I don't know where she lived, or she lived in Norfolk too with Mary or not.
She lived out where she lived.
Mhm.
And I know she was around there.
Yeah, so, so grandmama didn't have, I mean, other than Aunt Ethel, didn't she have another, like a half sister or somebody who lived, like, cause Thomasina and her there was Thelma.
Yeah, that was a half sister.
So Thelma lived in Norfolk too, I think.
No, she now lived in I'll call it Jericho.
Jericho, okay. I remember that name. Okay. So you all went to Macedonia and both your parents were singing in the choir, just like I remember when both my parents were singing in the choir. And then, so she would have her sisters come to visit. Did she do anything else? I mean, somebody told me,
Oh, we used to make strawberry baskets.
that's what I was getting ready to say. You guys used to make baskets.
Yeah.
They were like baskets to put berries in.
Strawberries.
Okay,
The little basket that you make, that you use to see a basket for strawberries.
yes.
We used to make the basket. We had a machine in the house. We made them in the house. And we also had a machine assigned to us. And the place was called the butter dish.
The butter dish. That was the name of the company.
The name of the place we used.
And you made baskets for the butter dish?
We made baskets at the butter dish called strawberry.
Okay. Did they pay you by the basket or was it just?
You paid so much, I forgot how much you paid.
Yeah.
Literally, I used to sell 25 baskets, 25. I don't know how I got paid for it, but.
Okay, 25 baskets in a pile.
Yeah,
Okay. How old were when were you doing this?
I didn't remember. From 14 to 18,
So you and your mama, who else would help make baskets?
Mama, me, and I don't know, Ernest was one of them. Ernest wasn't too much of a pain.
Uncle Rufus? No? Ava?
No,
So it's just you and your mama hanging out making baskets?
right.
Well, that's good. Uncle, So Uncle Ernest was too grown, I guess. He was grown. Yeah,
He was courting at the
he
time.
was courting at the
Yeah.
time.
His girlfriend was named, Maybe,
Mady?
yeah.
That's a new name. I hadn't heard that. M-A-D-Y? What is?
Matti.
Oh, Maddie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So grandma, she was from, did she ever talk about her growing up? Was she from North Carolina or from, do you know where her people were from? Like, where did Nora Hawkins and George live before he died? Were they in Suffolk too?
Oh, man, I remember living with us.
You don't remember before they lived with you? Okay. Well, listen, this has been fun. I don't want to hold you much longer. I know it's almost lunchtime. That's a long time. This has been 35 minutes, Daddy.
Okay.
So we're going to do this next Saturday, but we're going to talk about you and growing up in high school and all that. And I want to find out more about Booker T and the stuff you did in Booker T. All right?
Okay.
So thank you for putting up with me. I know it's been a long time in this. Is sometimes it's hard to remember stuff when you haven't had a minute to think about it. So for next time, you just know we're going to talk about high school and your brothers and sisters and stuff like that. So think about all the stuff you did and maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Shawnee. Shawnee, you hear that? Daddy said that's a pretty gal. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, Daddy. Well, that's Diane and Butch's baby.
Yeah.
That's Diane and Butch's little one. She don't look like Viola to you? Oh. Well, she looks like I'm Viola. Well, I used to think Diane looked a lot like your mother too. Her mother, because that's Aunt Vi right there. I mean, that's Aunt Vi's her grandma.
Okay.
So she can look like Viola a little bit. All right, Daddy, we're gonna let you
Your
go.
daughter's here.
Huh?
I came here too. Hey,
Hey, boy.
It's Kathy.
yeah, I'm trying to get my hair dreaded.
Hi, get your hair what?
I'm trying to get my hair in dreads.
Oh no, Kathy. You go from
Yeah.
no hair to dreads.
I'm trying.
Who you with?
This is,
Where you at? Who
there's
you with?
Kathy.
Hey, all right, boy.
Hey.
Hey, I see you now.
Okay, well, I gotta get him back, but it's been
All right.
good. I'll
Okay.
talk to you guys later.
Okay.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Thank you. Shauna, you know, I gotta
I'm
stop
gonna
the
end it.
video and sign out.
I'm gonna end it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, bye.